Hello everyone, good evening. Hi everyone, good evening. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes. Good evening everyone. Good evening. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes. So good evening everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to KSR Data Vision YouTube channel. Please subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed. Okay, so let's begin our live session. So once again, a warm welcome to KSR Data Vision. So in today's session, we will just have a walkthrough on recently launched full stack Power BI developer course. Now in this course, we are going to learn about MSBI, Power BI and Azure. Now this is a session where we'll try to walk you through why exactly this technology is in demand, what is the need of learning these skills, what is the job opportunities, and how well it is suited for non-coders. So that is something which we'll be walking you through. We will understand few things that is very important for this course. Now to start with, let me go with why visualization is very important. Then we'll understand which are the tools that I would say that it is able to provide this visualization in terms of a charts. Then what is the drawback? Again coming back to Power BI, how Power BI was very important in terms of creating charts, visuals, and then we'll move to Azure. At the end, I will also walk you through the course content that will be part of this course. Now, to start with, we all know visualization is very important in our life. If you take personal life, visualization plays a very important role. The most of the things which you see, you will remember. The ones which you listen, maybe you will not remember for long time. But the information which you see, you will remember for long time. The reason behind this is our brain is very sensitive to visuals. Our brain is very sensitive to images. 90% of the information what you see, you'll be captured in the brain. Now coming to a personal life itself, we treat as a visuals as a very important factor. Now what is business? Business is again run by people. Business is again run by the people for the people, right? Now, in order to give you more clarity on visualization, let me take a simple example. I will give you a simple 2 scenarios. You tell me which one is going to be very helpful, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, let's say there are 100 people. I'm going to divide them into 2 groups, A, B. Let's say 50 members are in this group, 50 members are in this group. Now I'll come up with the 3 questions for you. What I will do is, I will give you a novel. I will give you 3 hours time, and maybe in between you can take some break. Okay. Now, for the first 50 set of people, let's say I'm giving a novel which is in the form of a story. It could be a thriller, it could be like a story as such. Okay. Now, I'll ask you to read this book or a novel which is around 100 pages within 3 hours. In between you can take a break. Now the same novel I am going to show to the other people as a movie. For the other 50 people. Even the movie will last for 3 hours. Even they'll also get some interval break. Now, once this 50 people will go through the novel, once the 50 people go through this movie, I'll again regroup them. I will again ask them to join a session and I'll ask 5 questions. The 5 questions are, what is the story of the novel, or maybe what is the story of the movie? How many characters? What was the climax scene? Where did the story take place? Name each and every character's names. Okay. Now, same movie, same novel, same story, but in a 2 different forms of delivering it. Tell me one thing. Which group can answer me all the questions accurately without any flaw? Group A or Group B? Group A or Group B? Now, everyone knows that if I've given a chance to choose anyone, you will definitely choose Group B. Now, why Group B? We all understand that the one which is converted into visuals play a very important factor. In fact, you also prefer to do that. Rather than seeing it as rather than reading it as a novel, you will always come up with visualization. Now imagine when you yourself is stating to go and see as a story in terms of a movie, what about the business? Every company wants the data to be seeing in their visuals as well. Every company wants the data to see in the form of visuals. Now let me give an example. I'll show you one simple table. This table will give us the educational information, like how much quality of education is provided across country. Let's say this is a table. Now if I ask you to memorize this table, maybe how much time you may take? You may take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, not that much. Maybe you'll take 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But what if I show you this information like this? I am not seeing you. You're not seeing me. You're somewhere in different part of the country. I am in somewhere different part of the country. But one thing I can guarantee you is your eyes and your brain is focusing on the right side of the screen. It is happening. Your brain is very attractive to visuals. Even though you try to focus on the table, you tend to lose a concentration and you tend to see the right side of the screen. That's because your brain and the visuals are like correlated. Right? Now this is the information. Now if I ask you to remember this chart, or if I ask you to remember this value, obviously this chart is something which you will remember easily. This chart is something which you will remember easily, right? Now, coming up with one more example. Let's say this is a simple table. This table, assume that as is an Amazon, Flipkart sales that is happening over 12 months, January to December, and you have a sales and you have a profit. Now when I ask you to sales or profit, when I ask you the 4 questions, which month is having maximum sales, which month is having minimum sales, which month is having maximum profit, which month is having minimum profit, profit is nothing but my revenue. If I ask these questions, how much time you will take to answer this? Let me take it, okay. Let's say in January, I think March is the highest sales. The least sales come from December. Now coming for revenue, I say this is the maximum one. Minimum 180 is minimum, I guess. No, 150 is minimum. Now to answer this 4 question, I nearly took 30 seconds. It's so difficult to go and see every number line by line. You cannot waste your time in this. There's a lot of other things to do in your business. You need to think, you need to apply your business strategies. You need to make money to the business. You can't go and just keep on seeing the numbers like this. It's not your work. Now what is a better way to do it? What if I have this visuals in terms of a charts? Now assume that this is in the form of a 2 charts, that is a 2 lines. One is a green line, one is a blue line, one stands for sales, one stands for revenue. The moment I will see this peak. The moment I see the peak, I will be checking which month is maximum. And of course, minimum is the December. Now, don't you think I answered this question in 5 seconds? In fact, you also strongly agree that the chart B is better. Now, what you can do here is, in the first case, when I asked you to answer the 4 questions, you are focusing only on the numbers. But what I can do now is, in the start of the year, the sales is very high. In the end of the year, the sales is very low. In mid of the year, the sales is moderate. Don't you think I've come up with an extra additional information? You did not ask me, but I was able to provide the better insights. Now, how is this possible? This is all possible by visualization. Visualization is very important in business. All the clients, all the organization wants the data to see in terms of visualization. Now, this makes you comfortable in order to answer any question. whatever the client is pointing it out to you. Now, without visualization, the life is very hectic. You have to count, you have to take the calculation, you have to come up with the values, you have to do some coding. Very difficult. Very difficult. But with visualization, your life will become more meaningful. You can convert your data into insights. You can use your time for thinking about the business, how to increase the revenue. Rather than sitting and doing a counting numbers, what if I have everything in these charts? It's very useful for me to visualize. It's very useful for me to come up with the business insights. Right? Now, let's see how important it is. It is important because, as I said, it will save your time. It will help us to target the right audience. You can get a lot of information from charts. I just asked 4 questions, but you were able to give 6 answers. That's because your visualization plays a very important factor. Now, all this is very important. That's the reason I would say, okay, let's start converting our data into charts now. Now, who is responsible for doing this? Now, if you observe carefully, we call it as business intelligence, which takes a complete responsibility of converting your data into charts. You'll be getting the data from the different form. You'll be collecting together. You'll be organizing well. You will be cleaning the data. Everything will be in the raw format, special characters, empty spaces, trial spaces. All these errors will be there. Clean it up. Then visualize it. Convert your data into charts. Use it for your business, come up with a better approach and publish to the clients. So this is what you are going to do. But who is going to do? This is going to be Power BI. But before Power BI, what you were doing? In terms of a business intelligence, I would say Microsoft's business intelligence was responsible for creating this type of reports. Now what they do is, they have 3 different tools. One is SSIS, one is SSRS, one is SSAS. Now, in the real time, the data may be coming from different source systems. Some can be coming in Excel, some can be coming in CSV, some can be coming in database. Organizing everything, putting into one structure is a responsibility of SSIS. Right? Now, let's talk about each one in detail. Let me go with the first one. Before going with the first one, I would like to give this example. This happens in every house. Let's say you have a cupboard and everything you would have like dumped together. If you pick out one, everything will fall. That is for sure. I'm talking about the left side visual, left side image. In terms of if someone comes and asks any book, either you may get it in 10 seconds or you may even get it after 30 minutes. Depends on where exactly the book is. It is not well organized in the table 1. This is not well organized. If you pick this book, everything will fall. Or if I search something, you have to go and search here, search here, search here, search here. By the time you search, it will be 30 minutes. If you are lucky, maybe you may get it in 5 minutes also. But again, to dump it all together, the time taken is 5 minutes. Just remember this number, 5 minutes to dump everything inside, 30 minutes to pick out one book, because you don't know where it is. Now coming for a well organized table, everything is well organized. To organize this, maybe would have taken 30 minutes. But if someone is coming and asking, within 3 minutes you can search any book. Not more than 3 minutes. Anyone coming and asking you anything at any point of time, the maximum time you take is 3 minutes. This is a result of well organized objects. Of course, what we see in our house will definitely be the table 1. but the most preferred one will be table 2 because this will help us to organize it and search it as easily possible. Now, the same way, let's talk in terms of data. Now, who is responsible for organizing the data is SSIS. SSIS is a component of MSBI which will take the responsibility of integrating the data from the different data sources. It will organize everything well in table. It can be used as a transformation layer where you can merge it, append it, you can join the tables and you can put everything into one. This takes a responsibility of data ingestion. This takes the responsibility of data ingestion. You can extract it, you can transfer it, and also you can make sure you can load it into a system. Okay, fine. Data is integrated. What's next? The next part is SSAS. So what is this SSAS? Though the data is available, now what you need to do is you need to organize it well, you need to add some information, you need to add some functions, you need to make more meaningful. Always your data may not have the actual information, but you add some additional information. The best example I can give is client is asking what is the year-on-year growth. For year-on-year growth, you just have year, you have just sales. But how do you calculate your year-on-year sales? Compare your present year sales with the last year sales. All this information you need to add as an extra feature. Who takes care of this? SSAS. SSAS takes a responsibility of adding the additional informations and coming up with a beautiful insights to the business. Okay. Now, what's next? What's next? Okay, you have added the additional information and the final part is you have to put everything into reporting. So who takes care of this responsibility? SSRS. Reporting service will take care of this responsibility where you can show everything in terms of charts, visuals, cards, KPIs and make more meaningful by showing it onto the charts. Now, for doing one operation, like when it say you are collecting the data, you are organizing the data, you are adding an additional information and then you are publishing as a report, do you think really 3 services is required? SSIS there is one responsibility, SSRS there is one responsibility and SSAS also there is a responsibility. So 3 different tools you are using for coming up with one report before the evolution of Power BI. This is what was happening. But unfortunately, MSBI is having some limitations. All the tools which you are using, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS, it was actually on the on-premises software. Like what can be done is it has to be published into the server, not on the cloud-based. But we all know that the entire organizations are moving towards the cloud-based solutions. Also, the cost-wise, this is very costly. It's almost like $930 USD dollars. And when compared to MSBI, it's more bit difficult when you compare with the other BI tools. Now, when all this is a bit of challenges for me, is there any solution that Microsoft has come up with this? Yes. Microsoft is come up with the one more new tool called Power BI. Now Power BI takes completely responsibility of end-to-end activities. There he was using 3 tools, but now only with Power BI I can achieve this. So Power BI is a business intelligence tool which can be used to analyze the data, clean the data, visualize the data, report the data, publish the data, maintain the data. Everything you can do it by one tool, and that's the powerful tool which is Power BI. Now, rather than 3 people or three tools which was used for all the individual tasks. Now within Power BI, you have Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View and Power BI Service. Each one takes a responsibility of each one. Let's say this takes care of data modeling or collecting the data from different data sources, and this is taken care for data cleaning, and this is for visualization, and this is for publishing. Rather than going with the three different tools, why can't I use Power BI which has everything in it, right? If you observe carefully, what you are doing it in MSBI as a three tools, now you can do it in with only one tool, which is Power BI. The things you were doing it in SSIS, now you can do it in Power Query Editor. The things you were doing it in SSAS, now you are doing it in Power Pivot. The things which you are doing in SSRS, now you are doing it in Power BI. Overall, I can say that this is all in one. Do you really need three tools? Not necessary. I can do all three operations with one tool. That's the new tool for you, Power BI, which was launched in 2015. This is a very, very new tool which is just 7 years old. The demand for Power BI is keep on growing just because lack of people who knows Power BI are into the market. There were very few people who knows Power BI who can help the companies to come up with the quality reports. That's the one reason this tool is actually growing like anything. Now, okay, I got to know the difference. Now what we can do is, this is a sample report that is built in Power BI, and in fact this entire report is implemented without writing a single line of code. Not even written a single line of code, I am able to see this report. Now, in next 30 days, you will also be able to do this. That promise we can give you from our end. Each one of you individually can create this report on single-handed without taking anyone's help. Right from the beginning and scratch, we'll be explaining which chart to use, how to do it, how to create a UI, how to choose the colors, combinations, fonts. Everything is going to be taught from the basic level, and in the next 30 days, you will be able to create the report on your own. This is a sample report. This is a sample report. Now, since all the three individual tools which was helpful for creating the report, now I am using Power BI. Now can I say Power BI can do everything? Yes, it can do, but till when? Until to a certain point. Post that, if you have a huge data, if you have a huge processing that is required or a transformation is required, Power BI can still do it. But if you observe carefully, you are overburdening the tool. Just because that tool does everything for you, you cannot overload it. So you may ask me, okay, is there any other tool? No, Power BI is the best. But don't overload it. Whichever it is good at it, do it. Whichever it can be taken help from others, let him take it. That's where the cloud service comes into picture. But if you see carefully, the data keeps on increasing every year. Post 2016, the data has increased very rapidly, and it is almost like 40 gigabyte by end of 2000. We're almost 2022, but still at 2020, 40 gigabyte. What is gigabyte? 10 to the power of 21. So 40 followed by 21 zeros is a data that is getting generated from the systems. Now where will I store? Do you think Power BI can store everything and come up with a report? It was good, but not to an heavy data. And people we keep on using internet, keep on using smartphones, the data is keep on increasing. We have 1 crore applications in our Play Store. We start using our apps, even for ordering food, even for ordering items, even for ordering anything, we use apps. So people are using more and more, the data is keep on generating, and where will I store? This is where the cloud computing came into picture. The cloud computing came into picture. So what is this cloud computing? Let me give an example. Let's say today your laptop size is 1 terabyte. Your business is also 1 terabyte. Okay. And your laptop charges 1 lakh. Now simply I'll ask you a question. This 1 terabyte data has been increased to 100 terabyte. Now unfortunately you cannot store it in your laptop. So what you will do? 1 terabyte of 100 laptops you will buy, which costs you 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is like out of 1 crore. Now tell me, to store 100 terabyte of data which is your business is generating, you are going to spend 1 crore. Tell me one thing, is it very optimized way of doing it? If I give you 100 terabyte of data, will you buy 100 laptops and will you spend 1 crore is the question. Will you do this? Will you do this? Definitely no. Who is going to spend 1 crore only for data storage? And in fact, I need to appoint 100 people because to maintain 100 laptops is not easy. I need to take 100 members to my work, pay them salary, then maintain it. Now, is it a possible practical solution in the real time? Not possible. Then, what's next? What's next? These cloud computing services are telling, boss, don't spend 100 lakhs. You give me 5 lakhs. You give me 5 lakhs. I will take care of your data. I will maintain your data security. I will take up the backup. I will take care of everything. You need not worry. You need not worry. I will take off everything. This is what cloud computing devices tell us. It also makes sense that rather than buying 100 laptops for 100 lakhs, why can't we give 5 lakhs to one of the service? Let them do work for us. I will be focusing on my business. That is what our cloud computing is going to help. And one of the top most cloud computing services is AWS, but Azure is a second largest cloud based solutions which provides us all the services. Since Power BI is a Microsoft product, MSBI is a Microsoft product, we are going to learn Azure as well, which is also a Microsoft product. These companies will use the services and will help us to fulfill all the requirements. As part of our course, we will be learning Azure as well. So, why Azure and why cloud computing? It is having unlimited storage space which may not be possible in Power BI. So, only small changes which I will be doing in my report. I will be storing my data in cloud rather than Power BI, because Power BI is also a tool. It is the best, no one can beat, but still there is a small flawness, like okay, if the data is used, what you will do, how you will clean the data. For all this, don't worry, we have the cloud based solutions, and we have Azure, which is the second largest cloud computing. You can access the data anywhere from the world, and you can start using the company data and come up with a report. Now in Azure again we have different services. the one service which will help us to create all the transformations and the data ingestion will be Azure Data Factory. So we will be storing the data in certain services. We will be using Azure Data Factory for all the transformations, ingestions and everything, and we will be publishing to the data set, and that I will use it for my report. Maybe directly I was not able to do because the data was coming from different systems. Power BI is good, but maybe it is good for a certain limit. After that, it was very difficult. So we have Azure as a services that will be useful for creating our report. I am not going to entirely replace Power BI. Power BI is the best business intelligence tool, but few of the services I will use it from the Azure. So this will be a final interaction that we'll be doing in our project as well. Okay. Now this is our demo about. Now I do have few of the questions answered that you people will be having. Mostly asked questions, I have created a slide. I'll be walking you through one by one. Post that if you have any questions, please note it in the chat down. We will be answering your questions. The first question is, what is our job opportunities? We have very good job opportunities. We have very good job opportunities in both MSBI and Power BI, and companies are moving from MSBI to Power BI. MSBI is on premises. We are moving to Power BI. So companies are expecting both the skills. Actually, this is a future. This I would say present. Presently, this is actually which is very, very in demand. But future, past was like MSBI. MSBI was past. So many companies are asking both MSBI and Power BI because they are migrating from MSBI to Power BI. They are migrating from MSBI to Power BI. That is the reason companies are asking both. We have very good opportunities if you know both. Okay. Now, apart from that also we are learning Azure. There is some flawness here. Maybe I will be fixing it in Azure. So MSBI, Power BI, Azure, if you know all three, your profile will be highly professional, skilled person. Okay. Now these are the opportunities. Now coming to who should go for this course. This is one of the frequently asked question. This is very, very well suited for no coding background required. If you're already in part of any of the visualization tool, I think this will be like add-on for you. But the most important part for whom this course will be useful is no coding background required to learn the skill. No coding required at all. There is a myth that will keep on talking in IT, like if someone is coming and asking you some suggestions, the only first question they'll answer is, in order to survive in IT, you have to be good in coding. Never. Never think that this is true. There are so many tools that you can do it without coding. One such role, I would completely tell that Power BI developer, you need not know the coding at all. You can simply go and start using your brain skill and come up with the business strategies. This is a very, very great opportunity for freshers, because freshers usually when they come out of the college, they start doing some testing course or Java course. Everyone does the same. But if you start learning in advanced level, your profile will be also valued if you are a fresher. If you had a gap, or if you want to change from your current non-technical to technical, I would say this is the best course. This is the best course. Even though there is a career gap and you want to match that, this tool will help us to come up with the career gaps as well. Though the expectations will be high, but this tool is actually very easy that anyone can learn and master it. It's like a mobile application. You keep on using that mobile app, you get used to it, you become an expert. Similarly, Power BI is something, it's an app. You keep on using it, you become an expert. Right? So these are the people who can go for this course. Now the next question you'll be having is, there are many courses available in online. there are many tutorials, many YouTube videos or many documents. Why should I join KSR is your question. What we are going to cover here is, we are going to cover complete 100 hours of learning in terms of BI technologies. We'll start with SQL. We will learn SQL, we will learn MSBI, and this is a main role which will be like going into it, which is like a Power BI developer, and also you will be learning Azure. Now this 4 combinations, I would say, everything you are learning on BI technologies. There is nothing left now. Now companies can never reject your profile. Companies can never reject your profile. Why? Why? Everything we are covering. And that's the reason this course is called Full Stack Power BI Developer, where you're going to learn end to end. End to end. Now, apart from this, you may ask me a question, okay, I have a gap of 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. What if I'm reading this? What if I'm mastering this? Then what's next? Definitely you can get into a job. Definitely you can get into a job. Once you get into the job, you will never feel it as difficult, because we are going to work with 3 real-time projects with 3 different domains. This will make your skills very strong. You will be able to readily go and work in any organization. That type of training we are going to give here. And in order to learn your Power BI in depth, you need to have an organization account. When I say organization account, let's say Suresh at tcs.com, Anand at hcl.com. So all these are called organization accounts. This organization account will be required if you are building a complete Power BI report and publishing to the end users. And none of the institutes provide this. We provide an organization account for each and every student. We are the one and only institute in India to provide all the information that is required for working end-to-end projects. No other institute is going to give you account for your learning. We are going to provide you this organization account. The day you get registered with us, we will be giving you a KSR account where we will be using for all our communications, scheduling the meetings, Teams, as well as we'll be using for Power BI. Organization account is very much required. Those who are coming from a gap, you may not know how an IT company works. We call ourselves as a startup. Rather than calling an institute, I would say KSR Data Vision is a startup. For the next 3 months, you are going to be working with us, where I'll be the manager, you will be the student, you will be the employee, I'll be giving the work, you will be working. Rather than it's an institute, I would say we are all going to work together collectively as an organization. And then we will be providing you interview guidance and resume preparation. So this is the most important part, where we try to help each and everyone depending on what type of projects they want, what type of interest they have. We'll help you to prepare all this. So in our KSR, not only you will learn the subject, you will also learn all the basic necessities that is required to survive in IT. Everything you're going to learn here. We are like a one-stop shop. You come here, go out with a job. You learn every technology, all the 4 parts which is required for a organization. You learn everything. Now the companies will never reject your profile stating that you don't know SSIS or you don't know Azure. They cannot reject you because you know everything. That is what you have learned here. So these are all the features that nowhere you can get it, even if you are going with the YouTube channels, or you may not be going with any documentations or any other courses, or you're learning from Google. You may not get all this hands-on experience. This is the platform for you to scale it up. Right? Now, post this training, you will be able to write code in SQL. Everything will be started from scratch. You'll be building an end-to-end reports in Power BI, and also you'll be creating one pipeline both in MSBI as well as Azure. By end of this course, you'll be learning all these tools. And for all these tools, you need not know even a single line of code. Everything from scratch will be explained to you. Right? And we do have other courses as well. Please reach out to this number for more details. And I would also say that you can go back to our website and go back and see our reviews. We have a separate LMS app where all the sessions will be conducted in app. Everything will be process oriented. You will be able to get this access for 1 year. Once you get registered with our course, it will be applicable for you with 1 year. You can watch it unlimited times. Every session is going to be recorded. Even if you are missing 1 or 2 days, you can go back and see our videos anytime. This is our YouTube channel. We keep posting all the updates. Please subscribe our channel if you have not. And this is all about the demo. If you have any other questions, I would like to answer. The batch is started from, you can attend from Monday as well. Monday onwards, 6:30 a.m. Monday to Friday. You will get first free 5 classes. First free 5 classes. Please make use of it. We'll be sharing you all the information. Then you can join our course. The fees for this course will be 27K. We also have to give you an organization account which is payable for us. So keeping all that in mind, the course fees is 27,000. And also you can join our app. You can just go and get registered. I'll show you how you can get registered. Just go with datavision.com. Just go with the datavision.com. If you have already created an ID, please go with it. If not, please create an account. If you are signing for the first time, give some name, give some email ID, give your email ID, create a password, give your mobile ID, mobile number, click this, create your new account. The moment you create a new account, you will be logged into your profile and you'll be in this page. Right now, there is no course that has been assigned to you. Please go to the home button, go to this all courses. We have full stack Power BI developer. We have all other courses as well, but our focus will be on this one. Create it and get registered, and you will be redirected to our course. And we have this first 2 days content, which the batch started on 10th. So 10th and 11th you can go and see our video. 10th and 7th you can go and see our video. And the 12th is today, and again Monday you will be having the 3rd class. So those who are joining today, you can join today and you can go through this 2-day course and join from Monday. So this is how you can get activated for the first 5 days, and it will be available for you here. Okay. So this is how you can attend our classes. All the classes will be from our website. Everything will be recorded. You will be attending the live session from morning 6:30 to 8. And if you are facing any questions or any issues, you have a forum, you can just start going and questioning it. We have the mentors and experts who will be helping you in answering all your questions. And please make use of this first 5 days at least. You will get the complete clarity of what you are learning. Once you are satisfied with this 5 days of free session, then you can get registered with us, join our course. Okay, so this is all about our course. If you have any other questions, please do ask. Placement assistance, we provide you the quality training, and we also have a few of the I would say consulting link. We'll be sharing your resumes and we'll be helping you to get more calls. The fees of this course is 27K. 6 years gap, yes, you will be suitable for this because you have the gap, and this is the best course where you need not have an experience. You can directly jump and learn on it because it's a tool. Classes will be interactive since it's a YouTube live. You will not be able to ask questions, but classes will be interactive. Career gap, this is the best option. Any other questions? Any other questions? Do you have any other questions? Please do ask. Okay, if you don't have any questions, please reach out to this number for more details. Please get registered in an app and attend our 5 days free sessions. And today you can register and you can go through all the 2 videos which has been covered. And from Monday, please join our live classes at 6:30 morning. The classes will be from morning 6:30 to 8, Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, it's, as I said, it's like we work as an organization. So Saturday and Sunday it's for your doubt preparations, like interview preparations, interview questions, and we'll be having some assignments, homeworks. You'll be utilizing your time. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please reach out to this number.